We use almost 90% of these LED lights in our house. 220 volt AC supply is given at the input of these LEDs, and at the output we get 12 volt DC. But the main thing is that no transformer is used in this circuit. A metallized polyester film capacitor works as the main component of this power supply, which we usually call PF capacitor. In today's video we will discuss in detail how to make a transformer-less power supply, including the calculation of this capacitor, where to put the quality components, and how to make a transformer-less power supply according to our needs. So let's start the video. When you connect a 2.5 volt LED to a 2.5 volt battery, the LED will work fine without any problem. But when connecting a 5 volt power supply to a 2.5 volt LED, the LED will burn out after a while due to the 2.5 volt more than the LED requires. We can use a 150 ohm resistor here to block this excess current. But if the voltage is 220, then a 10 kilo ohm 5 watt resistor needs to be used, which will consume almost the same current as a 5 watt LED light installed in our kitchen or bathroom. We will certainly not use such a large watt resistor to light a small LED. If the load is too big, then a large size resistor has to be used, which is a big problem. We can use a small PF capacitor to solve this problem. The religion of a capacitor is that it blocks DC current and does not allow it to flow through it, but allows AC current to flow through it. Again, the higher the frequency of the AC current, the lower the internal resistance of the capacitor. And the lower the frequency, the higher the internal resistance of the capacitor. That is, the resistance of the capacitor depends on the frequency of the AC current. In this case, the resistance of the capacitor is called capacitive reactance, which is expressed by XC. Since we are making an AC to DC power supply, a bridge rectifier should be placed after the capacitor. The capacitor will drop the excess voltage, and the bridge rectifier will convert the AC to DC. PAL setting DC is available at the output of rectifier. Filter capacitor has to be used to filter this PAL setting DC and convert it to pure DC. Now if you connect the load in this circuit, then the load will light up. But there is still a lot of work to do. Even after the supply is turned off, the capacitor retains the charge. So even after removing the plug, if you touch the capacitor or the plug in any way, you can get a shock of about 300 volts. It can also cause a major damage. So after removing the plug, the capacitor can be discharged by itself. So a resistor has to be installed in parallel with the capacitor. It is better to keep the value of this resistor at 1 mega ohm or close to it. After this problem, you will face another problem. That is, capacitor has a religion. When the capacitor is connected to the supply, when the charge is zero, the capacitor behaves like a short circuit for a few milliseconds. So connecting this circuit to the supply will cause a current spike for a very short time in the circuit, which can knock out our load. To solve this problem, you need to use a small ohm resistor in series, preferably between 10 and 50 ohms, because if the value of this resistor is high, your load will not get the desired current. Now this circuit is complete. This time only the value of this capacitor has to be calculated. For ease of understanding, I have designed the circuit first, then I am doing the calculation. But in reality, the calculation has to be done first and then the components have to be installed. So let's look at the calculation. Before making the calculation, you need to know the voltage and current of the load and the voltage and frequency of the supply line. I have now connected 12 LED in series. Each LED needs 2.7 volt and 63 milliamperes current. Since the current in series remains unchanged, the current required by one LED, 12 LEDs also require the same current. And if 12 LEDs of 2.7 volts are connected in series, the total voltage will be 32.4 volts. So my load requires 32.4 volts 63 milliampere current. Our supply line voltage is 230 volts, and frequency is 50 Hz. Here my supply voltage is 230, but the load needs only 32.4 volts, so the drop is 197.6 volts. Now I need a resistor that can supply 63 milliampere current and drop 197.6 volts. The formula for determining the value of resistor is A equals V divided by I. After the calculation, the answer came 3,136 ohms. That means I need a capacitor to drive this 32.4 volt load on a 230 volt line, which has a resistance of 3,136 ohms at 50 Hz frequency. We can say resistance equals capacitive reactance, i.e. R equals XC. Then XC equals 3136 ohms. Now the formula for determining the capacitor value is C equals 1 divided by 2 pi fXC. Here the value should be calculated according to the formula. So C equals formula 1, divide by 2. The value of pi is 3.1416. F equals 50 Hz. XC, which we just found to be 3136 ohms. Now this answer came after calculation. Such capacitors are usually rated in picofarads. Hence they are called PF capacitors. So this farad value must be converted to picofarads. To go directly from farads to picofarads, multiply the farad value by 10 to the power of 12. Or you can divide and multiply. I show by dividing and multiplying. If we multiply 1000 with farad, we get millifarad. And if we multiply millifarad by 1000, we get microfarad. Here we get 1 something microfarad. This is 1 something microfarad, but we get 1 microfarad. In such situations, it is better to work with large calculations than small calculations. That is, it would be better to calculate for 1 microfarad than something microfarad. But for your convenience, I am also giving the calculation of 1 something. If we multiply something microfarad by 1000, we will get so many nanofarads. If we multiply nanofarad again by 1000, we will get 10 lakhs 15,016 picofarads, whose capacitor code will be 106J. The capacitor of this code is not available in the market. So a capacitor of slightly lower or slightly higher value than this value must be used. So I calculated here using 1 microfarad. 1 microfarad times 1000 equals 1000 nanofarads. 1000 nanofarads times 1000 equals 1000 picofarads. Capacitor code for 105J. The rule to derive this code is that the first 2 digits of the PF value should be placed next to each other. And then the number should be placed as many digits as there are. Like I have 5 zeros here, so I have placed 5. And you will see at the end of this code, JK or any other letter is placed. This means the tolerance of the capacitor, such as J means plus minus 5% tolerance, and K means plus minus 10% tolerance. But we will try to use components with low tolerance. And I will try to keep the voltage rating of the capacitor lower or 2 times higher than the voltage coming to the capacitor. So I have used a 400 volt capacitor here. 32 volt DC is available at the output of this circuit with load. But 325 volt DC is available after removing the load. 230 volt AC is given at the input, but 325 volt is available at the output. This is because the peak voltage of 230 volt is 325 volt. And the capacitor is always charged at the peak voltage. So if you make the circuit like this without the regulator unit, you must use a 400 volt filter capacitor. If the capacitor is less than 325 volts, then the capacitor will be destroyed after removing the load or as soon as the load is destroyed. Since the output current of this circuit is low, a capacitor between 10 and 50 microfarads is required. If you want a fixed voltage at the output of this circuit, then you can use a resistor and a diode like this. If you always want a fixed 12 volt output, then a 12 volt diode should be used. Never connect hand or load while line in this circuit. Your load will get lost due to overvoltage. So connect load first, then supply. No isolation is used in this circuit, so never touch the circuit while it is wired, as it can cause serious damage. If you like the video, you must like it, and then you can tell in the comment box what topic you want the video to be. Subscribe to the channel and stay with the channel to get such videos. Looking forward to the next video. Stay well, stay healthy. Thank you.